we are not sort of holding out too much hope for sort of, or we're not basing too much of our hopes on sort of successful antivirals. We do think that there's likely, from everything that we hear, a vaccine within 12 to 18 months seems plausible, although it's very, very quick, impressively quick. But from everything we hear in the pipelines, that looks quite plausible. And so to a certain extent, you get an economy managing after a very, very severe economic hit in the first half of the year. You get an economy finding its feet back in the sort of back end of the year. Now, what you tend to find from a market context, just to sort of put this into place, is that capital markets, what they tend to do in situations like this, is again, the scenario analysis that markets perform at times like this can tend to skew towards what are called the left tail risks, the really extreme things like depressions, bank runs, all those kind of things. And they skew that way for a reason, in a way, because when you don't quite know where the downside is, i.e. what the worst plausible scenarios are, it's natural to overweight the left tail in your scenario analysis. And that tends to be what's happened in markets. That's why you found such sharp falls in stock markets and credit prices, all those kind of things, and why you found such a strong bid for some of the perceived safe havens like government bonds. Our bet is that as that left tail, and what you found in the last few days in particular, is that you found that increasing evidence trickling in that containment works, which is the first important point to make. But also you've seen a gigantic response from the world's governments and central banks. I mean, they've pulled levers hard that took months to pull in the great financial crisis. And so those are two things that are allowing investors a little bit to work out the size and likelihood of those kind of real downside threats. And so it's that's probably helped stocks and credit to bounce so strongly in the last couple of days in particular.